What's up, YouTube? Once again, you're in the kitchen with Paul. We're back. It's been about a week. I've been kind of busy. But you know what? You gotta eat. So, why not cook, right? Today, in the kitchen with Paul, we're gonna be making one of my favorite vegetables, cabbage. And in order for this cabbage to get some flavor, we're gonna put some smoked beef sausage in it, just to give it that smoky flavor. And we're gonna have two of my favorite meats to go along with it, shrimp and chicken. Let's go in the kitchen with Paul. Okay, YouTube, as you can see, I've chopped up some cabbage, put it in a bowl. I washed it, dried it, let it drain, and we've got the cabbage in the bowl. Now, what we want to do is we want to give that cabbage a smoky flavor. So what we did is we chopped up some beef smoked sausage. My Polish friends might like to call it kielbasa. But we've chopped that up. We're going to cook that with the cabbage in order to give the cabbage that smoky flavor. Then of course we're going to have some onions in there. We're going to have some chopped garlic in there. And like I said, two of my favorite meats. We got some chicken. That chicken in a bag that's already cooked. It's pre-cooked. But I said it's been in my refrigerator for a long time and I don't want it to go bad. So we're going to put the chicken in there and one of my favorites, shrimp. Now, what do we need to season all this up? Well, let's go over here. First of all, we're going to need some olive oil. We're going to go with our triple play, of course. We got the garlic. We got the onion powder. We got the seasoned salt. We got black pepper. We've got oregano. We got some thyme. We've got some basil. All right, YouTube, we have poured our olive oil into the pot. And now what we are going to do is we're going to allow that olive oil to heat up. Once it heats up, we're going to put our onions in there and we're going to sweat our onions down. And once that's done, we're going to put our garlic in there. What we're trying to do is we're trying to infuse this oil with the flavors of the onion and the garlic. While our onions are cooking down, we're going to start to prepare our shrimp. So what we want to do, we want to put some black pepper. You want to put some seasoned salt. Some onion, granulated onion. And some granulated garlic. And we take some olive oil and we drizzle some olive oil on that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our God-given mixers and we're going to start to mix that up. Make sure all of the shrimp get coated with the olive oil, get coated with the seasonings so it's even. And once that's done, we're going to set this to the side and we're going to finish preparing our onions. Now that our onions have started cooking down, we're going to add a little pepper in with our onions. I'm going to mix that in. You don't have to have them completely cooked down. Now we're going to add our garlic. Now garlic is minced. And once the garlic hits that oil, right away you're going to smell that fragrant aroma of that garlic getting infused with that oil. And we don't want the garlic to burn. So we continue to stir this around. And like I said, once you smell that fragrance of that garlic, you know it's good. Now what we can do, we start adding our cabbage. Now it may look like a lot of cabbage when you start adding it, but believe me, it's going to cook down. Cabbage wilts, and it's going to be about a third of the size of when it first came into the pot. So now this pot is full. It's probably going to only be 1/3 full when that cabbage is completely done. So we're going to allow that cabbage to cook down, and we'll be back. Okay, as you can see, the cabbage is starting to wilt a little bit. So let's start adding some seasoning. I'm going to put some more black pepper in there. I'm going to put some seasoned salt in there. Some chopped onion powder. Let's get our onion powder in there. I'm going to start mixing this in. Now after you've mixed this in, you see the cabbage starting to cook down a little bit. What you want to do now is you want to add that smoky flavor. So in goes that smoked sausage. And what you want to do is, that sausage is pretty much already cooked. But you want that smokiness, that flavor of that sausage to infuse with the cabbage. Now, as you can see, that cabbage is continuing to cook down. And while that is cooking down, and it's getting infused with that smoky beef sausage flavor, let's add in the chicken, because the chicken is pretty much already done. All you're really doing is you're warming the chicken up. Turn the heat down to medium. And as that is being done, what we have going over here is we have a pan that we're going to cook our shrimp in. Now the shrimp is going to be cooked in olive oil, and I put butter in here also. About 3 pats of butter. And now we're going to put our shrimp in to be cooked, because our shrimp was the only meat that wasn't cooked ahead of time, that wasn't already done. So that has to be cooked. And what we're waiting for is we're waiting for the shrimp to turn a pink color. Once they all turn pink, then we know that they're all done. But you don't want them to cook too long, because they'll start to get tough. And that's the secret with shrimp. You cook it until it just gets done, but you don't want to overcook it, because then it gets rubbery. It's hard. And there's nothing that's better than a nice tender shrimp. Okay, as you can see, our cabbage has cooked down and our shrimp is looking good. Okay, what I did with our shrimp is, just before it was done, I sprinkled some parsley over it just to give that nice pretty look to the shrimp. Our cabbage now, we're going to take some oregano, sprinkle a little oregano in there. We're going to take our thyme, and sprinkle a little thyme in there. And finally, we're going to take our basil. I'm going to sprinkle some basil in there, just to wake up those flavors. So now, final touches. We're going to take our shrimp and we're going to pour all of that goodness right into the pot. Look at that. The olive oil, the butter. Pour all of that right into the pot. So there you have it, YouTube. Our smoked cabbage with beef, chicken, and shrimp. Very easy to make. Didn't take a long time. You could serve this over rice. You could take some soft tacos and you can put it inside soft tacos. That's what I think I'm going to do. Or you can just serve it on its own. So there you have it, YouTube. Our smoked cabbage, smoked fried cabbage with shrimp, chicken, and beef sausage. Looks delicious. And we're going to try it out. Okay, here we go. Get a shrimp in here. Oh, wow. Magnificent. Cabbage is cooked down perfectly. Have a nice flavor. The shrimp, they're just so buttery and incredible to eat. Beef sausage and the chicken, nice and tender. Seasoned to perfection. And just what I wanted, that smoky flavor of that beef sausage is infused into the cabbage. I just thought of this on the fly. This is a winner. And this is going to go into my repertoire. I might even call it my cabbage paella. So listen, if you enjoyed this recipe, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. When you subscribe, press that little button on the side of that subscribe button. It'll let you know every time that I'm going to make a new recipe and put it out on this channel. Whew. Give me some comments. Let me know what you want me to cook, and I'll surely make an effort to get it to you. You've been in the kitchen with Paul. Once again, always keep God first in your life. Love your family, and of course, love yourself. I'm Paul. Peace, y'all.